morning everyone. We'll talk about the heat map to start off with, and we have quite a mixed picture currently. There's quite a lot of red going on and there's not that much green, so I'd probably look and be a little bit patient and wait for the US 30, the 2000, the 500, wait for that to go green, and then I'll probably put on my bullish hat. But currently, because they're negative, I'd still want to be a little bit careful. See the German tech's down a lot, but Australia's up a lot, so it's quite a mixed one. Yeah, it's quite tricky. The thing is, with our risk calculation, we are risk on, so we should be looking to buy dips. So I would recommend, waiting for those to go green, and then you can enter. But currently, because they're negative, maybe a little bit of reversal going on here. So that's it. I'd probably wait for them to go green personally. We'd want to be careful of the VIX as well, because the VIX was going quite parabolic last week. If it gets crushed, that's going to agree with the retail sentiment. If it doesn't get crushed and it continues to escalate, it's going to disagree with the retail sentiment. So the retail guys are short, but they're adding short over time. So this is the 24-hour difference. This is your time. This is confirmation over time. So for every one person buying the S&P, there's 9 people trying to short the S&P. So it's quite biased to more upside, right? So you're looking to buy dips, but I would recommend just to be a little bit careful. And wait for the US to go green, I think. Now, an idea here, potentially, using the TPO and EURUSD, is that we've got MR1 resistance at 114.37. So we're just basically sitting just below the MR1. I'll show you a MetaTrader 4. So we've got a confluence there, we've got a volume node at 114.33. So MR1 and this volume node confluence, and we're creating a volume node. It's a large volume node, but we're below the one prior. So because we're carving out a lot of volume here, it could be indicating a little bit of bearishness, because we're having price stick to this level that's lower than the one prior, and so we might come down to this one. So this could theoretically be a TP, and that could be a SL, and you're looking for a very nice risk reward there. It's about a 4 or 5R trade. However, I'm just going to be careful. I don't think I would take this one. Because really last week the euro was quite strong, but the bubbles are indicating the EURUSD could be a good short because of that distance over time, right? So bit tricky, and just let me know if you need any help, for me to explain this or anything like that. So this would be a bullish sign because the volume node is greater. This could be a bearish sign. Could is the key word, right? So that's that. So maybe keep an eye on this 113.37 level, and I'll show you there on the EURUSD MR1. So monthly resistance, normally quite good, normally quite strong. They did sell it in a big way, which agrees with the static. However, if we take these guys off, they are starting to go long. 33.4. 33.43. Yes, that's a tiny shift, isn't it? Yes, it's less than 1%, but they are going slightly long. But you've got your level of interest, you've got your theoretical SL, and you've got your TP. So whether or not you want to take it, it's up to you. I'm probably just going to sit on my hands, maybe. But this should be a good resistance. So if we have a new candle below this MR1, it could be quite good. It looks like we'll probably target the SLC below at 114.10. So, one above is 114.86. We'll show you pound, I'll show you dollar yen, and I'll wrap up. Pound. Okay, it's loaded. There's your monthly pivot there. We did take it that stop loss cluster. What happened was that the wick, it probed it. It did probe it. And now the thing is, if you're using, your traditional broker, the spread would have taken you out there, but the IC Markets has got a 0 spread, so you might have been okay, but it basically just robbed those stops. which is quite naughty. 13549. One below is 13498. Well, if you think of it at 135, really, yeah, 135 is sticking out like a sore thumb, like I said on Friday. So I think this is going to be likely. We went up to take the stops, and we're going to come down to take the stops, I think, and that would be horrible. Now we know that this should come down because of this, right? So you know, this is how you use the spreadsheet for bias. So you're looking to sell the pound because of the bubble, right? So I think we went up to take that liquidity. We're going to come down and take that liquidity. So it's really cruel. Sideways, and it's 50-50. So it's pretty much like a, you know, it's a coin toss, really. Yeah, so it's quite tricky. I think we went up to get that. We're going to come down and get that. We could bounce off the 135 because it's got a psychological round number as well. So down and maybe up and then down and zigzag. It's quite horrible. Dollar yen. Yeah, so that's why it's really good having a stop loss cluster, so you can see what's going on. And if you use the spreadsheet in conjunction with the SLCs, and you get quite a powerful look. One above is 115.50, one below is 115.10, and we are a buy, and it's sideways. So I think we might be coming down to get that volume SLC. I say volume node, but it's like a node of liquidity. So I think that's going to be quite likely. It's quite a large stop loss cluster, so we might come down and get that. We could even potentially come and get the one above. But at least you've got your levels anyway using the MetaTrader 4 indicators. So if you don't know and you're new to the videos, you can go here and then you can just use the SLC indicators here. Now it comes with a pro license, right? But you just use the QuasiDB code and you get a humongous savings. So you know it's definitely worth doing, and using the SLCs, and you know where to target, right? Because that's where they're going to get stopped out. Where do you think the banks are going to push price? It's going to push them to, you know, to their extremes. And you know, and once they've bailed and exited, then the school bully's got their lunch money, and it can continue higher. Right, so it's really horrible, but at least with this visibility we know what they do and how they push price as well. So quite tricky. Just trade carefully and know where to exit as well. It's very important. If you let your losses run, then you're going to have like catastrophic results. It's never fun. So just trade carefully and you should be fine. If you want me to do any charts, just let us know. And that's that, I guess. Keep an eye on your EURUSD. Potentially we've got a bearish set up here where we're going to target this one at 112.95, and remember your SLC was at 113.10. Right, so there's like a confluence here. There's a confluence here with a volume node and MR1, so it could be good resistance and this could be good support. But we'll see how we go, and I'll speak to you soon.